So, the video you just watched is of me, my old band Soma, and I'm using, apart from a very, very small hat, but I was using my LP Hooker Customs guitar. Now that guitar was an absolute beast of a guitar, and I say was because it sadly died. In the house I lived in before where I am now, I turned my garage into like my studio, and just above the house was the garage, was the bathroom. And we went on holiday for a weekend, came back and was like, why is there water pissing out of the garage? Yeah, it turns out the tap wasn't switched off properly and it went through and destroyed a lot of my gear, that guitar being one of them, so I was gutted. I do have another Hooker Customs guitar, because I'm going to give you a story and then I'm going to kind of show you some more videos, show you some pictures. Now, 10 years ago, this year, 10 years ago, I went to the Birmingham Guitar Show and I saw a stand. You see all the normal ones, Gibson, Fender, Ibanez, all them. But I saw Hooker Customs and it struck me straight away because it was very, I don't know, like Hooker Customs things are, they build one-off guitars, very unique, very tailored guitars. But rather than paint them, they burn them and they treat them with oil, that sort of thing, like an oil burn, I guess. And I was like, I need that in my life. And I sat there for about an hour playing a guitar. Long story short, eventually kind of came up with a deal with Paul, the man that makes them. And sure enough, a couple of months down the line, I had my very own guitar. My first guitar. This guitar. Now I have broken the string on this one, so I do apologise, but start with the neck, get you in focus, there we go, all the way down. I have broke a string on it, so I do apologise. And the back, yeah. Now, that guitar is possibly my most favourite guitar to play, apart from the my Yamaha. But it's been 10 years. I was like, I need a new one. But I don't play guitar anymore, I play bass. So I messaged him, I was like, mate, I think this was last year, I was like, look, this is what we need. But I just couldn't think of an idea I wanted. I couldn't think of anything I wanted. Then this year I was like, no, this is the year. So I told him what I wanted. I was like, I want a Hooker original. Because he does that. He can do all the other shapes, but he has his own shape. I was like, I want me one original Hooker. It's a sentence you don't think you say every day. It's like, cool, what specs do you want? Now, I am not all about brand. I'm not all about any of this. I just want something that's going to be an absolute monster. I was like, I play a guitar at the minute that's got a humbucker, like it's the Harley Benton, is it MB4? The Stingray copy. I was like, I use a humbucker. It's like, fair game, we'll put 2 in there. I was like, fuck yeah. And we'll put a coil tap in. I was like, Jesus Christ, the man's reading my mind. And what I like is, all he needs to do is know a little bit about yourself and he'll make you something that is you. And I'm going to show you some pictures now, as well as some little videos. And, my God, it's amazing. So Hooker Customs use reclaimed wood. So they don't go out and buy special, exotic trees or whatever. They literally use reclaimed wood. So it's very environmentally friendly, really, repurposing and everything. And I believe mine was an old kitchen, top sort of thing. Big piece of, wood sort of. Honestly, it's brilliant. And then what he did, he then traces around his template, his stencil, whatever you want to call it. And then he cuts it out. And then he sands it all down. And then he did tease me a bit, to be fair. He sent me a picture of what it will look like, kind of just where the pickups will be with a neck and everything. And I was like, God damn, I can't wait for this. Then he routed out all the parts. And then just to really mess with me, right, he's like, do you want to see what it looks like at the minute? I was like, yes. And he sent me these. How bloody good do they look? But then to make it better, they don't just burn them. Oh no, they oil it, right? Just watch how this suddenly comes to life. Now, I don't have the guitar yet. It's still being made, and I don't mind because honestly, I can't wait. We've got my band's got something coming up soon in October, so it'll be nice to promote it with that. But we have hopefully got some gigs in line. We're just super busy. But Hooker Customs, man, like literally, for a fraction of the price, you'll be paying for I guess stock guitars from your very particular brands, right? You can get a very custom built guitar. Like for instance, this guitar, I need to do a little bit of work on it because it's just been sat in my lockup just for ages. Where did that go? I seem to have lost my knob. That's a sentence again you don't expect to say every day. But with this one, with my one, the focus, there we go, the high E key or tuning peg, it's actually silver, not gold. And I remember when I was building it, I was like, I want white pickups and gold hardware. He's like, what? Why? And I was like, do it. And when he made it, he was like, mate, that looks amazing. The thing is as well, is that's a tailored guitar. And if I remember correctly, that cost me £358 back, in 2014. And it's I've brought expensive guitars, like almost £1,000. And they're great, but to me, I feel a bit afraid to play them because I'm like, if I welly it, it's a very expensive thing. That one, to me, is still expensive. It's almost 400 quid. But I can welly that one and I know it's going to take it. This bass that I'm having made, it's just shy of 500 quid, which is really your intermediate gear, I'd say. But honestly, I'm going to do a part 2 when the guitar's made. Generally what he does, once he's finished it, he'll kind of give you a bit of a video of him noodling on it. But then I might do a video where we drive down to collect it or whatnot. I'm excited. I'll see you on the next one. Bye. Forgot the bloody noise.